Hello there everybody, it's Donnie with El Gallo Fly Fishing Lodge, and today I'm going to show you how to make, it's a snook pattern, but it works really well for roosterfish of the smaller variety and a lot of other fish also that eat a lot of fish. So it's called a Snook Muddler Minnow, but you know, there's a little bit of a variance that I do with it, but this is how we do it. Take a 2/0 size hook, a little bit of a smaller hook for the snook. Slap that right in our vise there, make sure that it's nice and secure because we're going to be cranking on this thing a little bit later on. I'm going to get some white thread. I'm going to build a little bit of a thread base on the back side of this thing right near the bend of the hook. Snip that off, put a little bit of Gorilla Glue on it. Make yourself a good secure spot. All right, now I go to the craft fur. The thing that I like about this craft fur is it's nice and long. I'm going to pull out some of the guard stuff, but not all of it, because I want to bulk this thing up a little bit on the back side. So that's about the perfect length right there. I'm going to lock that down over the whole shank of the hook. Right, so I just kind of bent it around. Take a couple of wraps around it, not so tight, and then kind of tighten it up. Usually leave this a little bit messy right here. Then I'm going to go to some chartreuse. Fake fur, long stuff again, and this is just to give it a little bit of a color. So I am going to pull a lot of this bulk out of here, just like that. Again, I just want a little bit of a yellowish green center to this thing. Okay, after I do that, I'm going to add some flash. So this is basically Sparkle from EP. Really like this stuff. See, a lot of my patterns have these in it. But it's just kind of a loose fitting, sort of a sparkle that really looks scaly. You know, and if you look at this in the sun or look at it in the water, you get to notice real fast that it just has a real good fishy appearance to it. All right, clean that up a little bit. You don't want this just to be hugely bulky on the back. You want it to be slender a little bit. And then the next thing we're going to do is form a dubbing loop. Right, and you can do this really easy. You can do it with or without tools, but you want it to be probably about 3.5 to 4 inches. Right, so how I do that is I just take my finger like this, right, double it over, wrap this around the shank of the hook 1 or 2 times, then back behind it, and then just bring that all the way to the front. And I can drop that at this point. It's okay by itself there. All right, now then, for my dubbing, I'm going to use some fake fur, like what I've got here, but I'm going to mix it with a couple of things, right? So I'm going to put this down just like this. I'm going to take some of that guard hair that I just used, put that down with it, add a little bit more flash to that. I'm going to put my finger back in this deal, and I've got a nice little tool here that is ball bearing. It's got a hook on the end of it. So basically I just take all of that dubbing that I put in that, and just kind of arrange it. Spread it out. Then you can start twisting it. Once it starts to twist about like that, take a dog brush or dubbing brush or whatever you've got, and kind of tease it out a little bit. Twist it just a little bit more. I'm going to start making my body. Just palmer this on there. This doesn't really make a whole lot of sense right now, but once you brush it out, it looks really nice. So I'll just bring that to the front, secure it back, and then trim this off. You can make this with brushes too. I find that it's a lot easier just to do a dubbing loop. So I brush this thing out. And that helps you with your profile just a little bit. So we'll take our thread back to this right here, and then we're going to grab some wool. So I've got this really nice shorter wool that is kind of bulky. You don't need just a whole lot of it, but what I'm going to do is trim some of that off. I'm going to go over my whole fly just like this, right? And the idea is to have this go around the whole fly, okay? So then I'm going to take 1, 2 wraps around this real loose, and then I'm going to cinch it down, right? Whenever I do that, I'm going to bring all of this back, and then I'm going to secure in front of it, just like that. And I'll do this about 3 or 4 more times, depending upon what I want that head to look like. Placing that down. I really like to use wool. It's a nice material, but I don't like to use it in the tail all that much because I find that it gets crinkled up pretty bad. All right, so you really get it tangled up, and it'll make your fly look bad after a couple of fish. I like for flies to last a little bit longer than that. And the craft fur has a little bit more action to it, so I like to use that a lot better. Probably about 1 more of these. I'm going to add a little bit of sparkle in that. Not the same silver stuff that I just had, but some of the pearl sparkle. That stuff right there. And you don't need a lot of it, just enough to make it look scaly. But I just basically put that around the whole enchilada there. Secure it down the same way and then pull it back. Build up your head a little bit. Whip finish. Dress that with a little bit of hard as nails. Hit it with the brush one more time. And trim your head up a little bit. I like to trim it quite a bit underneath so it doesn't foul the hook or mess up an opportunity to set a hook on a fish. And that's about all the trimming that we're going to do. Take some shoe goo. This is Loctite shoe glue. I'm going to use this for the eyes. This stuff is really very tough and holds those eyes on there really, really well. But I'm just going to take one drop of it on that side and one drop of it on that side. I'm going to find some 5mm eyeballs. These little yellow guys right here. Grab a bobbkin and just kind of press that thing down in that material, make sure that it gets seated really well. And that is the Snook Muddler. It's a great saltwater pattern. Like I said, it works for just about anything really that that eats other fish. So largemouth bass, stripers, sand bass, snook, hence the name. Just anything that eats other fish. So I'm Donnie with El Gallo Fly Fishing Lodge. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to us if you would. We need more subscribers. It shocks me that we don't have very many, but we sure do enjoy the people that do watch this stuff, and I enjoy making this content. So I appreciate your time, and good luck on the water. If there's anything that I can do to help you out, just reach out. Thanks.